Hi there to everyone. My name is Russell van der Merwe. I'm the new owner of SA Masters Pigeon Race, one loft race in South Africa. I've been involved in the pigeon game for just over 30 years and have decided to take on this challenge to improve pigeon racing in South Africa as a whole. Well, a one loft race is basically where fanciers from an international loft like ours, from all over the world, all over our country, can send of their best birds to a one loft, which is the Masters, and compete against each other on a fair ground. So it gives an opportunity for guys in South Africa to compete with world-class names from Belgium, while let's say Europe, from America, Australia, and up in Africa, all to compete against each other on a fair and level grounding. The advantages are part of that all the birds, no matter where they come from or where they go to into our loft, where they come from into our loft, they're all raced on exactly the same system. So the main advantage is fairness, because they all get the same treatment, the same health treatment, the same physical fitness treatment, and so that makes it completely fair and level. Well, the race was established itself probably finalized about 6 months ago. The idea has been there for a while, with during the COVID and whatever happened with the $1 million. The idea has been there, but the race itself, the SA Masters, probably established about 6 months ago. As you guys can see behind me, the lofts are busy being renovated, almost completely renovated. So I would say about 6 months ago, and then complete handover within a week's time, and then it's done. Well, the reason I decided to start it is, number one, I'm proudly South African, and South Africa needs a race like this. We need the injection of the world-class genetics to stay up to date with pigeon racing in the world. We need those genetics coming in. We need to compete on the same level as them in a loft in our country, with our own birds participating against theirs, and then able, obviously with the auctions afterwards, able to get the genetics into our country and into our own lofts. So that's my main reason. You can pay for one bird and send a team of 4 with 3 backups, so it makes it more affordable. The other big difference that we're going to be putting up on our site is that we're going to be allowing overseas fanciers to purchase birds to enter into our loft from local breeders in South Africa who are well established with international bloodlines. So that'll be going up on our site soon. So that'll be a major difference in our loft, is that if the international guys are not ready to export, they can contact myself or Peter, our loft manager, via email, and we'll be able to set them up with the purchase of those birds for the race. Just a little bit about Peter. He's Peter de Kok. He is from Belgium. He is from a very well-known Belgian racing pigeon family. His family emigrated when he was still little. Last year he was our TRPF, our federation champion, overall champion, and he was also our GPU, which is the union up here. He ended second, so it was an amazing achievement by him. So you know that your birds will be in good hands by a champion and a super young guy that's full of energy and will really do everything in his power to keep the pigeons healthy, fit and well. So your birds will be in super hands. Well, the improvements, obviously the condition of the lofts that we looked at. We weren't happy with the quarantine section. We've revamped that. The cleanliness, the hygiene, the feeding system is going to be completely different. We're not happy at all with the previous feed that was being fed that we came across here. So we'll be feeding a top quality racing mixture to our birds. And a thing that I must mention that's very important is Dr. Rob Conradi, who was with, he's been involved in one loft racing for must be 25 years now. He's our appointed vet, and he'll be looking after our birds. And if you've been in pigeon racing for a while, or if you look up top vets in one loft racing, you'll most definitely come across Dr. Conradi, and he'll be our vet, our local vet. Well, the lofts are able to accommodate up to 9,000, but realistically and comfortably up to 6,500. Are we expecting that much in the beginning of the first season? No, we're not. We're expecting maybe 3,000 to 4,000, but that the lofts will easily and comfortably accommodate. So we'll never keep the loft at full capacity. Always to be comfortable, and obviously it's healthier for the birds if we keep the numbers down. Well, the daily routine is between myself and Pieter. We will have a meeting every single morning in the offices at the top of the lofts there, and we'll go through the daily schedule daily. Fitness plan, a health plan, going through that with Dr. Conradi, the feeding plan. So daily we'll have a schedule, and I'll be coming through daily to meet with Pieter, the manager. And so on a daily basis, we'll plan out week by week what needs to be done. So throughout the season, there'll be 5 hot spots and 1 main race, which makes that 6 races. The 5 hot spots in the main race accumulate the points for the ace pigeon, which is for the yellow jersey. And the main race, the winner of that is the bird, and the fancier obviously gets the green jacket. So those are the 5 races plus the 1, so 6 in total. But obviously a lot of practice races and 1 activation race where guys will be able to activate their spare birds or their extra birds in their team if want be into the race and into the nomination for the yellow jacket, yellow jersey and the green jacket. And if not, then we'll sell those off to whoever will be. Another thing I must just mention there, which is different to any of the lofts I've seen before, we have one of the top companies, namely SuperBets, that have partnered up with us. So guys will be able to go online onto SuperBets and choose their pigeons and put their money where their mouth is and see if their birds can do the thing. Well, the requirements are basically, obviously you got to have pigeons. A team is a team of 4, 1 main bird and 3 reserves. The cost of that is $1,000 for the main bird, $250 for the perch fee for the full team. And then after the first activation race, the spare birds can be activated at $750 per bird into the race. The estimated prize money, going on what I've just explained about the team and the spare birds, we're expecting over 1,000 teams. Then the expected prize money on that will be, the winner will be, on the day will be $250,000. The ace bird, or that's for the green jacket, the yellow jersey, I think is $75,000, and then each hotspot has a payout of prize money to each hotspot. The entrance, the quarantine station opens the 1st of May, and it ends the last day of July. So that's exactly when birds are allowed to come in and out. So that would be when birds are allowed in. So the 1st of May to the end of July. We have approached, and we've been approached by a few auction houses. At the moment, we have signed up with none of them. We are, for the first year, going to go back to our original system that we had in place, and in mind was the following day of the race, we'll have a live auction of the top 50 birds up at the golf clubhouse. And then clubs that are entering birds into our race will be getting packages of birds to auction off at their clubs. In so doing, getting the top world genetics spread around our country and raising some money for the clubs that have supported us. So helping them both ways. Then the final difference that this loft will have compared to any other loft in South Africa that I know of, is the support of a young man named Ledumo Nkala, who owns a small charity organization called Community Lofts. And, you know, a lot has been said about how our sport needs to grow and what we need to do about it. And at the end of the day, it boils down to finances. This young man has been going around on his own finances, a little bit of help from his parents, setting up lofts in the different townships, and we obviously bringing him on board will be a huge boost to him, and in the long run will be a huge boost to our sport. And so I think that's a huge difference that we're bringing along, is that we're supporting a charity that's aligned with our sport, Community Lofts. The guys from overseas have been so positive. We are really blown away by their positiveness. And I must say so for the South African guys too. Everyone is so looking forward and so excited to see this race take off, and so that we can have a proper pigeon weekend in South Africa once again, which our whole sport's been missing, and that's exactly our aim, to get that back for our sport. Then just to Pigeon and Duiwe News South Africa, thank you very much for what you guys are doing for our sport, and we are honored to be part of you guys and to be asked to have an interview and to show off part of what we have and to share it with the rest of the South African fanciers and the world, and we really thank you for that. So for any of you that are interested, please visit our website at sampr.com. All our details are on there, our emails, Pieter, the manager, mine, and please don't hesitate to call us or WhatsApp us for any questions you may have, and we'll be ready to answer. Get your birds breeding, get them ready. If you're South Africans, speak to Pieter, he'll give you the costs there. Make up syndicates, get involved in the excitement, get involved in what's going to be Africa's and South Africa's major international one loft race. Thank you very much.